Hello friends, my name is Nikhil Chaudhary and today we are going to study the overview of C++ language. First of all, we are going to study the history of C++ language. C++ is the multi-paradigm programming language that supports object-oriented programming and it was created by Bjarne Stroustrup in 1983 at Bell Labs. C++ is an extension of C programming language and all the programs that are written in C programming language can also run at the C++ compiler. The development of C++ actually began 4 years before its release in 1979. It did not start with the name C++. Its first name was C with classes. In the late part of 1983, C with classes was first used for AT&T's internal programming needs. Its name was changed to C++ later in the same year. Now, there are some basic differences between C and C++ languages. First is that C is a procedural language, but C++ is non-procedural or object-oriented language. In C, we use top-down approach in program designing, but in C++, we use bottom-up approach in program designing. Multiple declaration of global variables is allowed in C, but multiple declaration of global variables is not allowed in C++. Basically, C++ is based on OOPS concept, and now we are going to study the basic features of OOPS concept, which are objects, classes, abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, overloading, and exception handling. First of all, we are going to study the most basic feature of OOPS concept, which is class and objects. First of all, class. Class is a unit in which data members and member functions are bind together, and C++ class is an extension of C structure. The most basic difference between C structure and C++ class is that we cannot use member function in C structure, but we can use member functions in C++ class. Now, class is not a physical entity because when we write a class in a program, the computer does not allocate any memory to classes, so it is not considered as physical quantity, but it is the blueprint of the whole program that we are going to draw. So basically, to operate these classes, we need to use some instances of these classes, and these instances of classes are known as objects. Now we are going to study the objects. Objects are the basic unit of OOPS concept. These are the instances of class, and to operate any classes we need to use objects. Why? Because as we have studied that class do not get memory in computer, but as soon as we write objects, a memory is allocated to these objects in a computer. And since these objects are instances of class, so all the data members and member function in the classes gets memory. So this is how an object can operate a class. Now we are going to study the another feature of C++ OOPS concept, abstraction. Abstraction means a model complex of a system that includes only the details essential to perspective of the viewer of the system. It means that by we are going to understand this with an example. As a human being, we need energy to do work, and to get energy we need to eat food. So when we eat food we get energy. The process during conversion of food into energy is an internal process, and the main result of eating food is getting energy. So in this way, in C++ also, the only the essential details are shown to the user, but the internal programming of whole the program is not shown to the user. This is the concept of abstraction. Now we are going to study an encapsulation. It is another feature of OOPS concept. As we have studied that a class is a unit in which the data members and member functions are bind together. But this process of binding data members and member functions is known as encapsulation. Object-oriented programming provides you place data and relevant functions together in the same object. This is known as encapsulation. Now we are going to study another feature of OOPS concept, that is inheritance. Inheritance is one of the most important topic or features in C++ and OOPS concept. And now we are going to study inheritance with an example. Okay, you your parents gave you birth, so some of the properties of your parents are derived from them to you. Like some of you may have get the eyes of your mother or height of your father, etc. In the same way in C++, when we derive any class from a parent class, the properties of that parent class are derived or inherited in the derived class. So because of this derivation of properties of parent class to child class, the reusability of code is used. And in these derived classes also have some specific properties of the parent classes, and it reduces the code size code. And there are many types of inheritance, like single inheritance, multiple inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, multi-level inheritance, etc. Now we are going to study another feature of OOPS concept, that is polymorphism. Polymorphism is made up of two words, poly and morphis. Poly means many, morphis means result. Many results. How? Now we are going to study an example. I am Nikhil. When I go to shopping, I behave as a customer. When I go to bus, I behave as a passenger. When I am at home, I behave as a child. So the same Nikhil behaves like different persons at different circumstances and circumstances. In the same way in C++, when a function behaves like when one thing behaves like another things in different circumstances, it is known as polymorphism. Polymorphism makes code more readable, functions with same name but different arguments. Functioning is different, poly refers to many. There are many types of polymorphism like compile time, runtime polymorphism, etc. This is all about the overview of C++ language. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.